I grew up in Nags Head, North Carolina.
Courtney Nunnally enjoyed her normal childhood to a point.
As a kid growing up, it's amazing, like the beach and, being able to go out in boats and fishing all the time, it's amazing.
Courtney's world was rocked at an early age.
When I was 4 years old, my brother died in an accident in the sand dunes, and then when I was 5, my mom died in a car accident.
After the deaths, her father moved the family to Lynchburg when she was in the 5th grade.
It took me away from my security of sports and my, what I considered family there, where I'd known all my life.
Courtney turned to drinking to numb the deep-rooted pain.
Then when I was 13, I met an older crowd of guys. The first drug they introduced me to was crack.
At 18, she was pregnant and got married, but still abused drugs.
And I tried to stop for a little while when I turned about 20.
She was busted too many times to count. Courtney has the mugshots to prove it.
It was like revolving door of arrest, rearrest, release, rearrest, or release. It was, the longest I stayed in jail was about 5 months.
Jail cells served as a second home.
I didn't care if I lived or died after a while. I didn't think that my life was worth anything, and I didn't think I could change it.
Courtney was about to become a statistic.
I hit rock bottom and then fell through a couple trap doors.
She was in pretty bad shape.
Lieutenant Frank Scarpa with the Richmond Police Department tried helping Courtney for years, but her false promises didn't leave the officer feeling optimistic.
The final straw for me is when she told me that she had gotten pregnant with River.
And he said, enough is enough. You can do this to your life, but you can't do this to your child's. Either go get help or you're going to jail and you won't see your kids again. I'll make sure of it.
Courtney made a decision to get clean, but the road was long.
To rebuild from all of that is empowering. It feels amazing.
She's turned herself around, just turned into the person I always thought she was going to be. She's intelligent, bright, and just driven.
Because Lieutenant Scarpa didn't have to help me. He offered me a hope that I didn't have before.
Courtney was motivated not just to get sober, but to help others.
You wanted to help. You were starting to feel good about your sobriety. Right. And when you started talking about that, I was like, maybe she's got a point. Maybe she might actually really be on track here.
Last year, Courtney's life took a turn for the better.
Because I want to humanize the badge and humanize the addicts.
She received a call from the U.S. Attorney's Office.
I'm always here for backup for you guys.
The feds tapped Courtney to take the lead on a new program.
There is help. We're here. 24/7, we are here.
Project Recover pairs 5 peer recovery specialists with first responders.
Thank you guys.
From the Chesterfield and Richmond PD, Henrico Fire and EMS, and the Richmond Ambulance Authority.
And I think it's imperative. This program is saving lives, it's reducing stigma.
Courtney and her teammates arrive on overdose calls along with the first responders to provide support to the person in crisis.
Having somebody to help you through that, somebody who's been through that, it's a lifeline that we can offer to people.
The one and only person I knew could take the reins on this project and bring it full circle was Courtney.
Kim Ullman with the U.S. Attorney's Office says Courtney and the other peer specialists on Project Recover provide perspective that's life-saving.
They are in the trenches. They are working with these people from the moment they're revived.
The program was just launched in March, and already word of its effectiveness is spreading on the street.
There's a good avenue that we don't have to throw them in jail every single time. They have a chance to get help. But at the same time, if they don't follow through, then they get the full force of the law.
Lieutenant Scarpa says Courtney's knowledge proves invaluable to his fellow first responders.
I wouldn't be here having this conversation if I wasn't very proud of her and impressed by what she's accomplished.
It's not lost on Courtney who she's teaming up with in her new role.
To tell me I'd be working with cops later, I would have laughed at you.
But she takes her new responsibility seriously.
And I see the hopelessness, and I see the disappointment, and I see the pain.
This December, Courtney will celebrate 10 years clean and sober.
We're not going to give up. We are always here for them.
Courtney Nunnally's addiction these days see Project Recover expand while helping her peers kick the habit and stay alive.
I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity to be able to be there for other people and try to offer them what I was offered when I needed it most.
Project Recover is experiencing so much success, the U.S. Attorney's Office is looking to expand the program to some area hospitals and other police departments. For I Have a Story, I'm Greg McQuade, CBS 6 News.